So guys, back to our compiler flags and switches. Now the option to be explored here will be the -G option. This one will add some metadata information and debug information to our final.elf, and those additional information will enable user-friendly debug experience of our program. Now to do a benchmarking between our program compiled with -G and without -G, and to see only the impact of the -G, we will need first to remove those two additional flags. Those ones will add additional debug symbols that are needed by the GDB client to have proper debugging when using only the GDB client. Therefore, to avoid any kind of confusion in terms of debug information added by -G and -G GDB and -G dwarf -3, I will remove those two additional flags or options, and then I will add this compiler flag option -G. So we are done here. Then in terms of optimization levels, here it depends basically what you are targeting, but in general, as we are building basically our program with debug symbols, then this will not be provided to the customer. For the customer, we are always enabling extreme optimization, as the customer care about small-sized binary with good performance. Locally, we care about debugging to figure out if there are some issue or not, and so on. So we can take back basically the optimization level to 0. There is also one important note to highlight when it's come to optimization, that if we are going higher in terms of optimization levels and taking the extremes one, then we'll be out of sync between the C level basically program and the assembly level. So while debugging your C, you'll see some undesired behavior because we are out of sync comparison to what is really executed in background in terms of instructions. Therefore, we choose always lower optimization levels to avoid this kind of behavior. OG, as I stated before, is equivalent to 0, and it's adding the same more debug symbols. Personally, I think that OG is equivalent to 0 with -G. You may see some extra metadata added here, but the behavior will be the same. Now we are done from this part. We'll try now to compile our project. So let's do clean build and all. So far so good. So this is our .elf and this is our disassembly. We'll do again another backup of those two files. The option. Then we'll copy in those two files here. Then we'll try as well to generate the .bin file to see the impact of this -G in terms of code size. So we'll invoke again the object copy. So this is object copy, then -O binary, and then of course our program.elf, and finally our program.bin. This is done. And we can decide as well to generate the dump of this .bin to see the offset. So cd, then we go to this directory. Okay. So far so good. And then we invoke this tool .bin text. Yeah, actually we need to redirect it. Yep, this should be enough. So we are done here. Then we need to copy this guy out. And then we'll try to do another clean build, but this time without -G. Here we are going to comment out basically this line. There, let's do it. Okay, done. We go back to the build directory. Then we create another folder or directory called without G option. Then we copy over those two files. Then we try to generate the bin file out of the .elf. So we'll invoke back this object copy file tool, sorry. Done. Then -o finally program.elf and finally program.bin. Done. And then we'll try to dump this .bin using the hex dump. So, PowerShell. Okay. Program.bin. Sorry. Okay, then we have the dump. We copy this out. Then we'll try to do some small benchmarking of our program with and without -G option. So we can start actually by the code size. So this with G option and this without. As you can see, absolutely no difference. -G, as I said, is just adding some metadata and information to the .elf. It should not impact actually the way of the generation of instruction and should not do kind of any optimization level. The reordering of the instructions, this code size optimization, how the program is behaving in terms of performance and execution time. This is the role of the optimization levels. -G is just to update the .elf file with those additional informations. So we can see here that without the -G, we have the size of the final .elf 131 kilobyte. And with G option, it will be 137 kilobyte because we are having additional actually debug symbols, information, and metadata as part of this .elf with G option. So this was an overview about the -G option with GCC compiler.